It is indeed a pleasure to be able to speak with you all today, and thank you so much for joining us for this Barnett training session. The title of this session, as you know, is Quality by Design. Clinical research, is this only for the protocol? My name is Trina Jackson, and we will go ahead and get started. So this is just a brief slide about me. I won't take up a lot of our time going over in those details, but that is for your reference. So for today's webinar, we will review the learning objectives, talk about the definition of quality management systems, commonly called QMS systems. Quality by design, we'll go into that. We'll also talk about beyond the checklist and plans, delving a little bit deeper into how QBD can be implemented into your organizational processes. We will look at a couple of case study reviews or tools, to talk about some effective implementation into your business, and then a wrap-up summary. So for our learning objectives today, we're going to differentiate quality by design and quality management systems in clinical research because there are some differences there. We're also going to determine if your organization's practices reflect elements of a quality management system and quality by design principles and methods, and that will be by your own self-reflection based on the information that's provided. We will identify quality by design practices to utilize in the functional area and/or business enterprise. So the first thing that we have here is a slide that shows a cycle here of performance, management, and quality. You'll see that the hand is right there at the management piece. I'd like to point out here that a lot of this really starts with management. I cannot stress enough how important it is to have management support and emphasis when it comes to quality within an organization. Whenever there are different initiatives that come up, certainly they have to be evaluated to determine if it's the right fit for your organization. But it is so important to have that support from your senior management within your organization. But it is a cycle that feeds into each other. From management to quality to performance, it does make a difference, and all of them do affect each other. So we're going to talk a little bit more about quality management systems. So when we talk about the quality of something, it can be determined by comparing a set of inherent characteristics with a set of requirements, the work that is performed and delivered compared to the requisite reference standards. I want to note here that for compliance audits, when the work has not yet been performed, quality is assessed based on the characteristics that exist and the potential to perform, because that's something certainly that we have to take into consideration as well. In the farm environment, you either most likely do qualification audits, or you will have someone coming in to qualify you, depending on your business model and the role that you have in clinical research. So I just wanted to point out that there still is a place there for the quality viewpoint. For example, you may ask the question, are the SOPs that are in place, are they in place and sufficient? Are people trained and qualified when you look at that? Otherwise, it's a straightforward correlation of the work that is performed and delivered. Does it meet the required standards that are in place? So, of course, as you see at the bottom of the slide, if the characteristics equal the requirements, then you're going to have high and excellent quality. However, if the characteristics that exist do not meet the requirement, you're going to have low or poor quality. So this is one of those moments of reflection just for you to think about your workspace and your environment and ask this question. What does your research team, group, or department, or what do you do on a daily basis, your activities, duties, functions, tasks, processes, procedures that has a quality requirement? So when you ask yourself that question, you will most likely find that there are quality requirements in nearly every aspect of our business. So quality is never an accident. It's always a result of an intelligent effort. That's a quote by John Ruskin. You'll see there to the side of this slide where it talks about, or it has the words planned, designed, and built in. I'd like to emphasize the word planned. It is so important to have a quality plan and to plan for quality processes. We have to be careful not to test quality in or to be reactive all the time rather than proactive. Planning should take place. quality should be by design to be most effective and efficient.